Welcome to Trump Breaking News Network, your daily source for up-to-date news on the political scene of Donald Trump, his presidency, American politics and conspiracies. Please subscribe to receive notice of our daily updates. Also share with your friends and your social media. We encourage you to like our videos and give your comments.
This is TBNN.
Campbell Soup now making America great again by moving factory from Canada to the USA. What more has to happen under the leadership of the Trump administration for the liberals to finally admit that President Trump is doing a tremendous amount of good for the economy? Last month, Campbell Soup Company officially announced that it plans on closing its plant in Toronto, Canada, and shifting production to 3 factories here in the United States. These new areas of operation will be located in Maxton, North Carolina, Paris, Texas, and Napoleon, Ohio. While the move will ultimately result in the loss of 380 Canadian jobs, obviously it will create a number of new jobs in the United States, although at this point it is still unclear exactly how many. According to Mark Alexander, the president of America's Simple Meals and Beverages, Campbell's parent company, the decision to close their facility in Toronto was a difficult one but was ultimately the best course of action for the company to take. We are operating in an increasingly challenging environment as our industry's consumer and retail landscapes continue to change dramatically, Alexander said in a statement. As explained by the president of Campbell's Canadian operations, Anna Dominguez, the company decided to close their doors and open 3 new facilities in the United States in part because of overproduction, meaning that the supply of the product is far surpassing the demand. Simply put, we are in a situation where we can produce a lot more soup than we can sell, Dominguez said during an interview with the Toronto Star, adding that the facility that they are closing down in Toronto is their oldest and smallest Campbell's production facility in all of Canada. But the Campbell Soup Company's move out of Toronto and into the United States is just one example out of dozens of how President Trump is reviving our country's economy after years of incompetence and recklessness under the Obama administration. Related, parents rejoice as Donald Trump's economic plan makes childcare expenses tax-deductible while eliminating the death tax. Also last month, Apple announced that it will invest more than $30 billion in capital expenditures in the United States over the course of 5 years. In addition, the company plans on building a new campus in the U.S. and adding 20,000 more employees on top of the 84,000 people that already work for Apple. According to Apple's estimates, their contributions to America's economy over this 5-year period will surpass $350 billion. Apple is a success story that could only have happened in America, and we are proud to build on our long history of support for the U.S. economy, said Apple's CEO Tim Cook. We believe deeply in the power of American ingenuity, and we are focusing our investments in areas where we can have a direct impact on job creation and job preparedness. We have a deep sense of responsibility to give back to our country and the people who help make our success possible. Yet even though there are signs of a thriving economy all around us, the Democrats not only continue to trash President Trump and his policies, but also continue to insist that their economic agenda of increased taxes, increased spending and increased regulation works best. They are either stupid or suffering from extreme denial. Related, here's why Democrats are so afraid of the gig economy based on decentralized, peer-to-peer transactions that bypass government control. President Trump is showing not just the liberals, but the entire country, that when the American people and businesses are allowed to keep more of what they earn, they reinvest it back into the economy and ultimately generate more prosperity for all. This is what happens when a nation embraces free market capitalism, and it's good to see a president finally moving us away from the harmful economic policies implemented by past Democratic administrations.
This has been the Trump Breaking News Network. Please subscribe and share to stay up to date on the latest news about our president. Be informed.